They're enjoying enhanced benefits of having higher skeletal AR activation while they are reducing the binding in their prostate and can lower their testosterone replacement therapy dosage, yet still getting the same overall AR function. What is up, everyone? It's Russo. I hope everyone is doing well. Today's ASMR sip is some Starbucks cold brew. ASMR spritz, intelligent neon. Google Ryan Russo Linktree for sources. If you guys are just stopping in, I'm doing an introduction. This is unbiased, underground biohacking channel. Be sure to subscribe. Browse the channel, tons of videos, educational content that's shadow banned. Hit the thumbs up so more people see this. Today I'm going to be going into the weakest SARMs to pair with TRT, aka I have so many different audience members now. I have like the crazy juiced up guys that run death cycles that don't give a fuck about their body, all about high performance. We have the TRT only individuals looking to optimize their health span while enjoying some of the benefits of high performance. So we can call that, like in the car world, like OEM plus. We have natural biohackers looking into the enhanced bodybuilding world. And then we have just general overall medical individuals who find this channel interesting because they get to see the medical fiascos of enhanced bodybuilding biohacking play out, as well as all the insider information on what goes on in biohacking. Where does that bring me to in this video? A lot of people don't, in my opinion, utilize SARMs correctly. I'll have Andrew throw up the what SARMs were meant for, why SARMs were good video, so you can see my full analytical take on how I approach SARMs. I'm going to be doing another video called Top 5 Strongest SARMs, in my opinion, and then I'll be doing steroids, growth hormone mimetics as well, so be sure to subscribe for those videos. This video is specifically designed for, again, when we go back to the audience members, the health span, OEM plus, TRT plus individuals that have no aspirations to build a crazy, unmaintainable physique without super physiological levels of androgens, growth hormone pathways. Like, they're not a high performance bodybuilder. They utilize testosterone replacement therapy, and they're looking for something to add in on top of their TRT, and or in my opinion, could lower their overall TRT dosage and replace the systemic androgen level activation with one of these low risk, low toxicity SARMs. That being said, if some SARM goblin teen is thinking about switching their entire body onto any of these SARMs, I've already made the SARMs make you weaker video, which Andrew can throw up, where you need to understand that adding in something more anabolic and less androgenic than DHT, yet still beating DHT to the receptor, that's how strong some of these SARMs are, you are interfering with your development. Now, can you get around that with using test bases and then clomiphene bases and everything like that? Yeah, that's not who this video is designed for. This video is designed for someone on TRT. They don't want to get nuts, fuck up all their biomarkers, health. They want something for the summer that will benefit their physique, that's low risk, low toxicity, and overall sustainable. That's where this video slots. I just want to be very specific about that. The reason why I bring up slotting SARMs in with testosterone replacement therapy and or hormone replacement therapy, with the differences being hormone replacement therapy is around 100 to 165 milligrams a week of testosterone, which puts you, everyone's different, but like right around an 800 level. That's a very nice natural level, and overall HRT is an advantage over regular natural testosterone anyways, because HRT is a constant serum concentration. It's not a peaking serum concentration. So even replacing your natural level of, let's say, 600, 800 from your balls with injected, it's constant all day androgen level. So that is where a lot of people stick around. If you want to maintain long-term health span, you're running anywhere between 165 to 250 milligrams a week would be performance-based TRT, where you could theoretically argue from a medical perspective, you're going slightly super physiological and you are activating the AR all day with a ester, meaning that there's no brakes on the AR activation like there would be with your nutsack, and you're pushing the levels a little bit above 1,000. That would be where you're enjoying performance benefits while it's still, in quotation marks, sustainable health span wise, and that's where the TRT clinics normally cap you at. The SARMs come in there when they're less androgenic than DHT. If you are prone to hair loss, if you are prone to prostate enlargement and or getting older in general and want less activation on your prostate, aka the steroids you're injecting are constantly being activated on the AR around the prostate, and SARMs do not bind with the prostate. They only bind with skeletal muscle and bone. In the dosage studies we see, sure, we might go a little bit higher in dosage, but they're way more favoring skeletal muscle and bone when we have TRT clients. Meaning I've had TRT clients that have had enlarged prostates. They've cut the TRT back to like 100, so they're at 220, cut it back to 100, 165. So they went from TRT to HRT. And then they added in some S4, 50 milligrams a day. They added in some AC262, 20 milligrams a day. Added in some ACP 105, anywhere between 5 to 15 milligrams a day. They're enjoying enhanced benefits of having higher skeletal AR activation while they are reducing the binding in their prostate and can lower their testosterone replacement therapy dosage, yet still getting the same overall AR function. That is where SARMs really shine, in my opinion, and where you can see these SARMs slotted in and they really don't impact blood markers in extremely low dosages. You're able to get more out of your testosterone and or lower your testosterone. And I've seen a lot of guys shrink their PSA, have better, hair loss mitigation, right? There's a lot of variables around hair loss, but, I've seen people, have less DHT in their body, rely on the SARM, which doesn't convert to DHT. And overall, that's less systemic DHT, which could yield towards better hair management. Again, everyone reacts wildly different to that. So I'm not going to say it would work for that. And it would be way better than doing traditional orals. If you do Dianabol on top of your testosterone, you're normally going to have a BP increase, and you're normally not going to be able to run that for a long period of time, aka it has a 17A methylation. So when it goes to the liver, you're inflaming the liver, you're becoming more inflammatory. SARMs don't do that. The biggest thing you would notice with adding in these SARMs would be the sex hormone binding globulin decrease, and you could resolve that after with HCG monotherapy. So if I was on HRT, TRT, I wanted something very low risk that I could add in during the summer to, increase my progress in the gym and or look harder for the beach. I could go with traditional old Anavar, or I could go with ACP 105, AC262, Austrine MK2866, and then obviously S4. S4, you have to remember the eyesight side effects, right? So ACP 105 and Austrine seem to be the best when it comes to overall euphoria mood, skeletal muscle activation. You're not binding with the prostate. You're able to lower your TRT dosage and still get the same androgen receptor level activation. Low toxicity. What you would most likely notice on biomarkers moving would be a slighter cholesterol skew, which you are already battling a cholesterol skew by injecting testosterone. And then you would notice sex hormone binding globulin go down, so you'd have even more of that testosterone floating around free. That might put you in a higher inflammatory state. You could get the results, go on HCG monotherapy, recover, and then go back on HRT, and you would keep most of the results. And if you add in something in the GH pathway during this little excursion, a lot of that tissue would be permanent. That is where you don't need to be running crazy cycles if you just want to look harder and denser on the beach. And if you add in any GH mimetic or GH, facilitating peptide, you're having hyperplasia effects while your skeletal muscle AR are being activated. Sometimes lowering the TRT dosage and adding in the SARM will yield better results, and you're overall having less prostate targeting, and you're getting all the benefits that SARMs were designed for in these low dosages. They kind of fall apart as you go higher in the dosage, except for current ones. So I will be making the strongest SARMs video as well as the strongest steroids video. The only thing about I have the strongest steroids video is it's very subjective. Like, should I just base that on my opinion? Should I try and base that more in data? Because the steroids, I don't like. I feel like that one's up for grabs. The SARMs, I feel like I have on lock on the most powerful ones. But this is a great way to utilize SARMs, get the benefits, and then overall you're having less DHT activation if that's what you're after. There's a flip side of the DHT, right? You want the DHT for fast twitch muscle fiber activation. So if you're doing MMA, anything powerlifting, anything that requires fast twitch firing, you will notice a difference if you jump to a more anabolic, less androgenic androgen. Then DHT and SARMs happen to compete with DHT. That being said, if you're only on HRT, TRT, are you fully saturating all your skeletal AR? Probably not. There's probably room for these SARMs to slot in, and the DHT is going to spread out fine. It more becomes an issue when, we have the guys over there doing the death cycles, high performance blasting, and they're doing a gram of testosterone. They add an LGD and it boots all that testosterone off the AR to conversions to estrogen and dihydrotestosterone. I just wanted to point that out. Be sure to check in with my next video. I will see you guys in my next one.